My wife and I know a few Naga friends. We met them at our church. When we first met them, they told us they were from India. But somehow we thought they were from Thailand because they look just like us, just like Thai people.
I think it would be a great experience, completely different to anything else I have experienced before. That would be, a nice bucket list.
I absolutely would love to visit Nagaland again.
I feel very honored to be welcomed into the Naga community.
That story kind of highlights how hospitable and thoughtful I think Naga people are.
And what is my experience? I've had a great experience. I love you people, you know that.
So there is Angami, Anal, Ao, Sema, what else is there? Cognac, Lota, Mao, Maring, Pume, Santam, not to forget, I have a friend. Rongmei, did I say that? And then of course, Tangkul. Those are the ones that I can think of right now.
Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing good. Today I have a very special video to share with all of you. Exactly 1 year ago today, I posted a video about my wife sharing her experience being married to a Naga man and also her thoughts on becoming one of us. And many of you have left some very encouraging and positive message in the comment sections, which we really appreciate about it. Today, again, this video is about us, about the Naga people. But instead of just me and my wife talking about the Naga people, I have reached out to some of my good friends from around the world, including from countries like Germany, South Korea, Kenya, Thailand, South Africa, Canada, and America, that I have met them and known them personally. And so I asked them some simple and honest questions regarding us, the Nagas. And some of the questions that I sent out to them are: when was the first time you heard about the Naga people? Do you have any Naga friends? And what is your experience with them? Would you like to visit Nagaland or Manipur or other parts of where the Naga people lives? Have you ever been to a Naga village or town? And what was the experience like? Can you name some of the Naga tribes? What is your one message for the Naga people? Before I share this video, I would like to say a massive thank you to all 10 of you who helped me with this video project and sharing out your thoughts. So once again, thank you. And for the rest of us, let's enjoy this video and let's see what's the thoughts and opinions about us Naga people from different parts of the world.
The first time I'd ever heard about Nagaland or the Naga people was in university. My friend Tadong, who's from there, told me about this place where she was from. And she told me that it was a place situated in the mountains of northern India, and how it wasn't like the rest of the country, how it had its own unique cultures and languages. And instantly I became very fascinated with her home and wanted to know more. Then after college I moved to Bangkok, Thailand, and that's where I met Worchihan and Susan. And I remember Worchihan and Susan having me over to their apartment, and Worchi cooked this traditional chicken and rice meal, and he plopped a whole big spoonful of rice on my plate. And I remember he wanted to eat with his hands because that's traditionally how they eat in his home. And so I wanted to adapt as well and not make him feel awkward, and so I started eating, and I think he felt bad, so he's like, no, use your fork and spoon or whatever. And so so anyways, that story kind of highlights how hospitable and thoughtful I think Naga people are, and I hope to one day be able to visit Nagaland because it just sounds like a wonderful place.
Hi, my name is Pum. I'm from Bangkok, Thailand. My wife and I know a few Naga friends. We met them at our church. When we first met them, they told us they were from India. But somehow we thought they were from Thailand because they look just like us, just like Thai people, just that they couldn't speak Thai. They're really amazing people, great hospitality, really friendly. They also share a love for spicy, hot food. And we know some tribes. We know the Cognac, that's for sure. And we really hope that someday, after the pandemic is over, we get a chance to visit Nagaland to learn more about the culture, see all the beautiful sceneries, and of course, try their food.
Okay, I'm just going to go straight to the questions. When was the first time I heard about the Naga people? The first time I heard about the Naga people was the time I watched your video with Susan about the Naga people. I've never known that you're even a Naga. I've always known that you're Indian. I don't know for some reason, but I didn't know that the people called Naga. Okay. Do I have any Naga friends? No, but now I do have you. Before I knew you are Naga, I didn't have any friends, but now I have you and Susan as my Naga friends. And what is my experience? I've had a great experience. I love you people, you know that. Okay. Will I like to visit the Nagaland? Definitely yes. After watching your video, by the way, I loved it. I loved everything about the after watching the videos. I think it's during your wedding, or there's one video that you've done when you guys were in the Nagaland, and I loved the way you guys do farming. I love the environment there, the green, how it's so green, mountainous, and how people work so hard. It reminds me so much about my village back in Kenya. And you know, just looking at your parents or your family or your community, the way they work so hard, I resonate with that so much. Yes, and I would love to visit that. I love nature, so that's one of the places that I would love to visit.
Hi! When I first visited a Naga village, or town I should say, it was the town of Ukhrul in Manipur, and this was in April 2010. Oh my goodness, I remember it as if it was yesterday. I remember that when we landed in Imphal, we had to take up a taxi all the way to Ukhrul, which takes about, you guys know that, 3 hours. And I felt like I was in a National Geographic documentary looking out the window, and I had never seen anything like that. I had never been in a car drive like that in my life. And I was so happy, first of all, when we reached, because that bumpy ride was over. And the village life or the town life really impressed me, because I saw that, you know, people don't have much there, but they are incredibly hospitable and thankful and so open, and the way that they do life together as a community really impressed me. And I've come back many times since then, and I really love the life in Ukhrul and how the people do community together. What are the Naga tribes that I know? I'm sorry for all of those that I'm not mentioning, because there are so many out there, but I'm just gonna share the Naga tribes of friends that I have. So there is Angami, Anal, Ao, Sema, what else is there? Konyak, Lota, Mao, Maring, I think, or Muram, Pume, Sangtam, not to forget, I have a friend. Rongmei, did I say that? And then of course, Tangkul. Those are the ones that I can think of right now. Alright, that's it. Gott segne euch.
My name is Joshua. I'm a Korean, but I'm living in the Philippines. And I had a chance to moving around in some other countries and in the China region, but India is not yet. Okay, first question, when was the first time that you heard about the Naga people? Okay, that one I think 3 to 4 years ago, I met the one sound good man. Along the way from the Nagaland, he came to Thailand, border area between the Myanmar and Thailand. There is a refugee camp, and he was there helping the KKBBSC, Karen People refugee camp, and the Bible school there, and then he was helping there as a teacher. Through him, I had a really good impression. He's very sincere, always smile, and then really loving people, and very kind, and also very good play football. Also, he is very devoted to serve God and loving people. So I had a really good impression. That was the first encounter with Naga people and also Nagaland in India. I'm very interested about to visit Nagaland. So I really want to visit there. So want to see more people and also want to know what is the cause of these people very devoted to serve and no matter what and willingly go and serving people, and that one is I'm very interested. 예수님의 이름으로 당신을 축복합니다. So simply 당신을 축복합니다. Which is God bless you.
Hi. The first time I heard about the Naga people was when I met Worchihan in Thailand in 2018, I believe, at the end of that year. He is also one of my only good friends, I would say, from Nagaland. I have met other Naga people, I believe, but I think they were from Manipur. And then, yes, I would most definitely like to visit it one day. I do think after looking at some of the pictures as well as the wedding ceremony that Susan and Worchihan had, I think it would be a great experience, completely different to anything else I have experienced before. My husband and I have traveled to China and lived in Thailand for a little bit, so I do think that that would be, yeah, a nice bucket list place to visit and just to meet some people that live there and to see what their culture is all about and how they live day-to-day lives. Anyway, God bless you, and in Afrikaans we would say mag God jou ryklik seën.
I absolutely love Nagaland. I think you can tell from my bracelet. I also still wear this all the time. I love Nagamese people. They are so friendly, like Thai people. I have been to Domenic and Wanching village, Montao, and Kohima. And they speak so many languages. Most of them can speak English, but the elders speak their own languages, which I don't think it's gonna be a problem for the communication. I can still feel the warm, friendly, and like lovely heart through their eyes. And we had the privilege to visit the wedding in Wanching village. Even though we don't know the bride and the groom, but they welcome us in a very friendly way with a very delicious food, which all of the villagers help preparing the food and the wedding. I think that's a really unique and really lovely community. And absolutely, I love Wanching village, and it's really hard to describe why I love it or how it's like. You have to experience it by yourself. But I would say it's like a very unique, mysterious, isolated, with a very friendly people there. I absolutely would love to visit Nagaland again. พระเจ้าอวยพรค่ะ
Hi, my name is Susan Zingkhai, and my question is, what is your message to the Nagas? If I could say anything to the Nagas, first of all, I would say I'm proud to be an honorary Naga. I didn't know too much about the Nagas until several years ago. I feel very honored to be welcomed into the Naga community. The most important thing I could say as a teacher, I'm an English teacher, is to take every educational opportunity you can get. I would say study, and don't just study to get good grades, which is what I did. I was really only concerned about my grades. I didn't really focus on learning or mastering the knowledge that I was learning or the skills that I was learning. So focus on the learning, invest in yourself so that you will have greater job opportunities, travel opportunities, opportunities to make different kinds of friends in different places. So I would just say to take your education seriously. Don't take it for granted. Education is, it's a gift. And if you want to get something out of it, you're gonna have to put something into it. And just don't make excuses. You're gonna have bad teachers. You're gonna have maybe boring textbooks. So study on your own, read the books that you can get, learn from other people, the people around you, or even people in different places, because we're always on Zoom now, right? Because of COVID. So take those opportunities, invest in yourself, and study for you. Don't study for grades. Study to add value, more value to your life in order to have more opportunities.
So when was the first time that I learned about Naga people? I remember that when I first visited India in 2017, on my visa it said back then that I was not allowed to visit restricted or prohibited areas in India. Back at that time I studied area studies with a focus on South Asia and on India. So I looked up on the internet what restricted areas in India are, and I learned that Nagaland used to be one of them until 2011, for foreigners at least. And in hindsight I find that sad and outrageous that I only learned about Nagaland in that way, because in university we didn't learn about Nagaland or Manipur or Naga people. I only learned about it in that way, in that bureaucratic way. Luckily since then I got to learn more about Naga people from friends, from reading, but I think classes in university should not only focus on North India, but also on other states of India and their own history and difficulties and struggles and wishes. Which Naga tribes do I know? That is a bit of a contentious issue, I know. So I think scholars say now that there are 67 tribes, and I don't know all of them. I don't know all of them by heart, but I tried to come up with some that are in my mind now. So there are Tangkhul, of course, Umai, Konyak, Angami, Ao, Longmai, Rengma, Chakesang, Chang, Anal, Sumi, Tangsa, Emaimai, Nokte, Buturi, Umai, Zeliang, Kimchungr, Lota, Zeme, Buturi, Para, Om. Yeah, maybe I leave it at that. And I really look forward to actually visiting Nagaland and Manipur at some time, mostly to visiting the villages and towns where my friends grew up, or still live or live again, or which they come to visit every now and then. That's very nice to see. Then as a Christian I'm also interested to see how church services in Nagaland are. I would really like to see Dimapur and Kohima and to learn about their history. And maybe lastly, if that works out, that I can visit in December, then it would be nice to attend the Hornbill Festival.
พระเจ้าอวยพรค่ะ
Gott segne euch.
예수님의 이름으로 당신을 축복합니다.
Machot je rijkelijk zien.
So what they said here is God bless you in their own mother tongue or in their own dialect. So I would like to request to all of you to also leave a comment saying God bless you in your own tribal language or in your own mother tongue or one of your favorite language that you know. It's just a way of communicating and blessing one another. Saying God bless you, I think that's a very good way of building a relationship. So please do that in the comment section. My final thoughts before the video ends is that Nagas are relatively still very small in number. According to 2012 census, we are only about 2.8 million population, so it's still a very small in numbers. Even though we are small in number, but for sure we have rich and diverse culture, languages, and different stories that we can share with our friends, we can share with our neighbors and the people that we come across in our lifetime. And with this, I want to say that Let's continue to share of who we are, our identity, where we come from, what we eat, what we do, how we live. In simple words, let us be a proud Naga. Once again, I want to thank all of you for helping me with this video project, and also thank you guys for watching this. I hope this video brings joy and gives some positive thoughts into you. So God bless you. Verena Somirano.
I heard you say you found the story all tucked away in the back of the room.